The Spiritual Citizen by Rachana. Today we have with us the inimitable Mr. Sanjay. He's a political analyst, he's a best-selling author, and he works as an executive director in a multinational company. Welcome, Mr. Sanjay Jha, and welcome, Yogita. It is such a pleasure to have both of you here. So before I begin, I would just like to inform you one thing, that Buddy for India, as you know, has been working towards the support and upliftment of rape victims. And very recently, we have soft launched just 2 weeks back Pari's domestic violence wing. And Yogita has been very kind to involve me in this, and it is such an honor that I could be a part of such a movement. You have been a thinker, and you have been a political analyst, and you have also spoken about so many social causes. There's this slogan which is so popular, that women's rights are human rights. But unfortunately, we see that domestic violence is almost like a silent pandemic. So why do you think that it's only slogans all over, but when we come to the ground reality and cutting across all strata of society, we see that domestic violence is almost like an epidemic? Please, sir.
In my opinion, it is a very serious social problem. And the numbers that ultimately get reported are perhaps just the tip of the iceberg. We remain as a society, and I say this with full responsibility, that we remain an extremely paternalistic society. It is still extremely male dominated. There is a lot of misogyny prevalent. If you look at the very disturbing data in terms of the sexual violence against women in this country, it is very, very disconcerting. Nothing changes eventually until you have a change in the way people's attitudes are, or you're able to get rid of your age-old, traditional, conservative, and if I can use a stronger term, highly regressive values. So, end of day, I think for a country to change, a lot changes when the political leadership, the activists, civil society, think tanks, corporates, everyone pulls in together to realize that you're dealing with an extremely monstrous evil here. I just wonder as to how many homes in our country where women probably are assaulted, attacked, humiliated. We all know we are discussing marital rape these days, and you can see that even there you get a divided kind of an opinion, which by itself is shocking. So I do believe that we have a long way to go. But end of day conversations like this, all of it are going to help people to kind of realize that you need to speak up. That there is a way by which the law must work in favor of those who are being oppressed. And eventually, as you rightly said, women's rights is human rights, the fundamental right. And I just believe that anyone perpetrating violence must face the law, and there must be a very severe punishment, because people are getting away with it very easily as we talk.
So, where do you think the fault line lies?
In short, I would say it's the way our society has evolved and not yet very openly embraced the changes that happen in your entire social dynamics of social relationships. I think women are becoming more independent. It puts a lot of insecure people under threat. Women are becoming a lot more visible at the workplace. Women are doing well in public life. I mean, there are so many examples to cite. You are one of them. I do believe that somewhere at the end of the day, I think a system gets challenged of the predominant male stereotype who must call the shots. And I think when they get challenged, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, some of them react in adverse ways. I mean, you cannot raise your hand on anybody. And to raise that against your own spouse or partner, who basically in a great number of ways could be like you, a homemaker, who could be an equal or more as a salary contributor, and definitely does a much better job of managing the home than most men do. And for them to have this fear of violence, the psychological trauma that I can be attacked by somebody who may be physically more powerful than me, uh, that by itself, in my opinion, is sacrilege. And if we are not able to provide psychological safety, emotional security, and a guarantee that if anyone were to indulge in an act, uh, which has to be most reprehensible, then they should have a recourse to law to ensuring that they get justice and to make sure that those who do this, get their just desserts.
Thank you so much, sir. I think it's going to be extremely motivating for me personally, as a part of domestic violence wing of Pari. Your words are very encouraging. And thank you, Yogita. Your video is very shaky today, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. And it seems that I'm still not done because everything you were telling was giving rise to another question in my mind. And I wonder when I'm going to get your time again and continue this conversation. But for today, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, from Yogita and from me. Thank you very much.
I want to tell to all of you wonderful people, to the champions of good values, to women like yourself. Good luck to Pari. I mean, keep flying high. We need people like you.